It's your boy Prince of Pain, live out the Midwest with my beautiful host Melanie Hogan, broadcasting directly from Chicago, Illinois, putting on People Radio, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium, introducing one of our most powerful, inspirational podcasts that we have here at the station, the Chilove Radio Show, coming to you directly from Chicago South Side right now, live and direct. There you have it. Melanie Hogan is in the building again. Zoom time.
Hey, love. Welcome to the Chilove Radio Show on Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. With yours truly, Melanie Hogan. The Chilove Radio Show is sponsored by Chilove LLC. Now, before we begin, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. I want you to fill your tummy up with air as you inhale. Hold it for 3 seconds. When you exhale, your tummy should deflate. So that's how you know you're doing it properly. This is so that we can focus and be in the present moment. Let's go. Okay, you should have started to notice.
So you cheated me. You cheated me. I said, this is the time I look forward to the whole day with you because you made me restart my battery and focus. Because I was waiting for the one.
Okay.
I was over here holding my little old breath. And you know I smoked for like the whole time for a minute. I was going to blow up.
Let's do it again. So let me count. I'll give you the count.
All right. I'm with it.
All right. 1. 2. 3. 'All right.
Now I'm going to tell your lungs a lot better than mine. Because I was too long.
I want you to give me that real good so you can relax. So you should have noticed some relaxation in your neck and your shoulders, going down into your chest. So, ground yourself. We're here in the present. What was happening a few minutes ago doesn't matter right now. What's going to happen after the show doesn't matter right now. We are here. So let's talk about COVID-19 and the housing crisis that is being affected by this.
The what? What'd you say? The COVID and the what?
It's a housing crisis. A lot of people are facing eviction.
Oh yeah.
They said that on an average, it's about 2 million people who face evictions per year, and that before COVID, there was actually an eviction crisis going on. But due to COVID, it's getting a lot worse. It's getting a lot worse. Initially, they gave us like a little 2 weeks, and I knew what they were doing. They was trying to make sure that we weren't going to freak out. So they said, okay, 2 weeks, okay, 3 weeks, okay, and just kept expanding.
And they phased us to death.
Yeah. Yes.
That's some penitentiary shit there, man. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 off lockdown. Yeah. That's some military penitentiary stuff.
Wow. Look, this.
We lucky we got some commissary.
Yeah, for real. And they was being nice about doing that. But in the beginning, you like, okay, this is something that is affecting all of us. They're presenting it as a life or death situation. So you'll be a little prone to, accept late rent or be a little more understanding when your tenant doesn't have the money, especially since there's so many businesses we shut down. It's like there was no other way for them to get income. So initially, the landlords were trying to be compassionate and sympathetic for the situation, but they have bills as well. And as time kept going on, and now you're realizing how much money you're actually losing, and you have your own bills and your own family, that just makes an already intense situation worse. Because now you're put in a position where it's like it's either me or you. So a lot of people have been really stressed out about that. Governor Pritzker put out a ban for evictions and put the halt on it up until July 25th. Seeing that Corona is still going on, still holding on strong, the demographic data has even changed as far as who is targeted the strongest with this. It's just really putting people in a bind. So Governor Pritzker said that he was going to extend the ban past July 25th. This is not going over well with the landlords. Now, we do have some who have subsidized housing, and they are backed federally federally. Now, for the landlords who privately own their businesses and they still are paying on the loan, or their home is not subsidized, they have to carry all of this weight themselves. And the people that they owe are not being understanding, because look at the time that has went by. A lot of months have went by. That's a lot of debt that has been accumulated. So it's a lot of stress right now about, how people are going to just live a normal life. A roof over your head is a necessity. We already have a vast number of homelessness here in Chicago. And there is concern that some of the people, if they do get evicted, won't be able to bounce back from it. Or, it's going to take maybe a generation or so to start to rebuild upon what they lost. Huh?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We from Chicago, right, Melanie?
Right.
We from Chicago now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've been a Chicagoan plus 40 years, you know what I'm saying? I done seen riots, I done seen championships, I done seen good times, I done seen bad times.
Right.
Honey, if this time did not make you a real hustler and show you how to really be a survivor, you ain't learned nothing in life. I want to tell you that right now. Number two, I want to add, because, I got to look at everything from all aspects of everything, because that's the kind of person I am. So
right.
I'm looking at, I hear the home crisis, which I understand, because not only do we pay a mortgage, but I also pay a lease on a business. That my landlord ain't trying to hear that if I ain't got that money for the studio at the first of the month. You feel what I'm saying? Right. They're going to be like, get your butt out. It might go on for a month, but it's over with after that. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for business, when you have a business. So my point I'm trying to make is, I looked up the other day, Melanie, while we talking about crisis, and I done seen people that was not even working for the last year, bro, just trying to get by, hustling their little scraps and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting unemployment now weekly, or every 2 weeks. They balling now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not hating on nobody. I can't get none because I own a business. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little relief out there for me somewhere, but they ain't trying to give it up like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably get the little $1,200 just like the rest of every American. But my point is, where there's a will, there's a way, man, to keep a roof over your head, and don't let these depressing times. I gotta tell you from the other side, go get that money, hustle from your house by all means, legally, in a productive way necessary. People are being the most creative right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To make that dollar. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to say, even the strippers didn't have nowhere to go strip, but they started an OnlyFans page and make it work to pay them bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't let these depressing times roll you over. And I understand the crisis is going on with the housing, but we got a lot of crises going on right now. And we got to weather this storm, man, and just let this pain be your adversity and your challenge to leave your testimony and your legacy. Don't let this time run you over. That's all I got.
Right. And that's true. You spoke some true words. And unfortunately, everybody don't have that hustle or don't have that motivation for the outside hustle.
Get it. But God said that the good book say, what the good book say, God bless the child that can hold his own. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to show God.
It also said God to take care of babies and fools. So everybody covered. But this really should be a time for you to see what you made of. And for you actually to recognize how much power these officials and these other establishments have had in your life, especially like with the linkering thing. If you don't get linked, a lot of people, if they stop getting linked, they have no idea as far as how they're going to raise their children. And
I know 25 businesses, 25, baby. It was just 21 last 2 weeks ago. As of this week, I know 25 businesses, cell phone businesses. It's over with. They crashed. They don't even got the place no more. You could see their last activity on Facebook and Instagram and their websites since March, And I'm not talking bad about it, because it's hard. I hope they make it back. I salute the people that did weather the storm, you know what I'm saying? And maybe even remodeled and everything during the time they had and made it better for their customers. You know what I'm saying? So,
And this whole thing is unfortunate. And people are put in a position to where they're having to choose between paying rent, paying utilities, getting food, or covering medical care.
Or going to the dispensary to get high and cope with the shit in Chicago and New York and California and everywhere else affected by the COVID-19 and this whole rioting and looting and the stores getting broken and the police getting messed up and and then they're not really being no police in these neighborhoods, and the one that's in the neighborhood don't even want to be in the neighborhood, so we going through some time.
But this is definitely
we just better pray we don't get no tsunami, and God bless them people in Mexico this morning that got tore up by a tsunami. We going through this morning. Mexico got hit with a tsunami.
Wow, Lord have mercy.
We going through some time.
God bless, everybody is connected. And they were also saying that the numbers are already going up or fluctuating up and down. These people get evicted, it's making them more susceptible to actually catching COVID-19. So it's just like kind of a situation that's spiraling down. But they are, trying to do something about this, like extending the extra $600 per week in federal unemployment. I will say, on a personal note, sometimes you have to make a lot out of a little and use what you do have to cover what is needed, and use what you do have to make you prosper into something else, they can start to prosper into something else to get growth and stuff for you and your household. So they have the little extra 600 per week on the unemployment. We got the little stimulus. They're talking about another stimulus. So
come on. People need about 5 of those right now since March.
Yeah.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You got, what are we, baby? The end of June, right? So you got March, April, May, June. That's 4 months of rent, 4 months of bills, 4 months. Man, you think $1,200 cover? Why you think we in a crisis?
Yeah, and it's not going to cover it. You know, they were debating on even giving it to us again. But I'm from Providence, St. Mill, and all we was taught was to find a way or make one. So that's where, although I understand that it's difficult, everything that's going on, you got stress, you got anxiety, you got depression and everything, which is limiting your ability to vibrate higher. And a lot of times when you're vibrating higher, you tend to become even more creative. And you can start to put some things together to, take you out of the hole that you're in. So we just...
I ain't gonna lie, right? I know it's been some rough times, but some of y'all needed some quarantine. You hear me?
Yeah.
Some of y'all got your life back together. You hear me?
Yeah.
Some of y'all got your life back together. Some of y'all got thick. Some of y'all got some meat on y'all bones. I know I got a little extra thick. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And I was very proud to see that where a lot of people was talking about the changes that they started to make in their lives, how they started to become more creative, started to bond with their children more. This was a great time to find out who your child is now, because we always growing and maturing and being conditioned or reconditioned to something, and it's important to make sure that you're on the same level of your child as they continue to grow up. So it was a great time to really start to bond. I like to go outside and have some fun, but I'm a house person overall, so it wasn't really a big issue with me. But yeah, it really was the time where you could, as we were talking about before Corona even occurred, face
I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared at first.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of being cooped up now.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being cooped up. I'm phasing on.
It adds to your anxiety and your stress.
Man, look, I'm with life for. I'm gonna phase on out now. You hear me what I'm saying? It's phase time.
Yeah.
You gonna catch me at Ocean's Live this weekend. Pop out. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Bring your COVID mask.
You do need that time. You need that balance where you can shake some stuff off. But in the meantime, this quiet time we could take to continuously peel the onion layers back, so that we can elevate in the midst of a crisis. A lot of times, crises are great ways of showing you who you are and what you are made of, and also of allowing you to discover more of what you are made of when your back is basically against the wall. But
an OG told me a long time ago, right, when I was about 19 years old, and I had freshly went away to go do 20 years in prison. And he could see in my face, there was trauma, and I was hurt inside. He said, let me tell you something. He said, no adversity, no character. And I'll never forget them words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, tough times.
Crazy time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tough times to make you evolve, baby. You hear me?
Yeah. That's true. It can't really show you what you made of. You'll surprise yourself a lot of times. And a lot of times you don't know, you have no clue as far as, how you're going to make it. But the fact that you keep getting up, keep giving it a go, keep learning, evaluating yourself, assessing how you respond to stuff and the outcome of that, you can get it together. Anybody can do it. Anybody who has a brain can do it. And we all have brains.
Is that your ambulance or my ambulance?
Huh?
That's your ambulance or my ambulance?
You said what your what?
Was that your ambulance or my ambulance?
Oh, my ambulance.
Okay, we live here from Chicago, man, broadcasting from the Chilove radio show directly from the south side of Chicago. So we sorry we giving you the little, wah, wah.
Yeah. It's some people just vibrating low during this time. So, hopefully the ambulance gets to them in enough time to help to save their lives. My God, we just have to continue to be aware and compassionate for each other and have, patience. You being cooped up, your life has changed, and you want to go back to a certain norm, and we're just not able to get that yet fully. So we need to just be more compassionate with each other, a little more understanding, and just recognize that if you yourself is feeling issues with anxiety or depression and stress, understand that the person next to you or in front of you may be going through something similar or even worse. And I know sometimes you get so angry and feel like you just want to pop, but you have to look past.
Take 3 deep breaths first. Take 3 deep breaths first.
Seriously, breathe.
That worked.
Yeah, and look past that as far as the consequences that may occur afterwards, and ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is all the anger that I'm feeling towards this specific person, or is it a mixture of things? And it's okay to just walk away and go and find your own quiet zone, your little cove or little niche, to where you can reground yourself so that you could think on a solution based level versus wanting to bring people into your misery. And a lot of that tends to go on as we see that there has been the deaths over this past weekend have been that's ridiculous. And then it's like little kids, a 3-year-old got killed, a young lady got killed showing her mom a TikTok dance in their home. So it's a lot of what we're seeing now is that stress.
One of my guys got killed.
Yeah.
One of my guys, rest in peace, Alex Perez got murdered in Hogan Park this weekend. 3 other guys got shot, but he got shot in the head and got killed. Rest in peace to one of the good guys, man, Alex Perez, Indio, got killed this weekend at Humboldt Park, man.
Oh my God. Hugs to you and his family.
And the whole family. We love you.
Yeah.
A good one gone. We're going to miss you. He ain't even buried yet. They'll probably have the funeral next weekend. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. See, that's just so unfortunate. I want people to stop.
I'm not worried about the COVID-19. Look, this message is for Chicago. I know COVID-19 was killing people and had everybody scared, but black on black and Latino crime, Latino on Latino crime in Chicago is very, very bad, man. We killing each other on a higher rate than some COVID-19, y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we destroying our city. They're putting us away forever. We falling into their trap and they plan, and then they stuck by gentrifying our own community. Use your heads, y'all, man. Just think of the bigger picture. Care about your next brother. Protect your streets. And love your loved ones, man. Love is love. That's all I got to say, man. Love is love. Get that hate out your heart, because that hate ain't about nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately, a lot of people don't love themselves. And a lot of people are not loving themselves properly so that they can put that type of energy out there. And that's because of the hate and the anger and the sadness and them feeling unprotected and, unsafe and having to.
Pop ain't perfect, baby. The people you talking about right now, I was one of them at once upon a time, Pop hated himself. I hated my life. I did 20 years of prison. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't easy at first for me to just, not even during that time. I mean, not even during the sentence itself, but to come home and pick back up after 20 years. And, I bumped into a lot of no's, a lot of brick walls, a lot of hate. So, but I wasn't, you got to learn to love yourself, be comfortable with yourself, accept yourself. And, but I was one of those. I wasn't comfortable. I was, probably bitter, angry at certain situations that made me depressed and miserable. You know what I'm saying? And I had to work through all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I want. You were saying a key word. I had to work through all of that.
I did. I did. Some of us might be in that right now, and we got to learn how to get out that darkness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be that darkness that shine on everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all about.
Because a lot of people are, like Christians, for example, you waiting on Jesus to come and take the wheel and to make things better and to abracadabra on a situation. But if you actually took a look inside the Bible yourself and actually read, yes, Jesus was performing miracles and exerting his power here, but he was also empowering us and telling us that we had these same powers. Jesus technically was the first one to let you know that she was a young God. Because he's saying, if I can get up and I can fix some stuff, he's saying you can get up and you can do it too. So I don't want people just sitting around waiting for some sort of entity to come into their lives and abracadabra the situation. You were built as young gods. The capacity of your brain to take in and to absorb and to manifest is unimaginable. We still have not tapped into our greatest, our greater self. So you know that you know what's going on with you. You know the root of it. You know how you feel. You have to start to address these things on a personal level. And yes, keep your spirituality or your religion. You can have that entwined in it, but it is you who has to attack the situation, try to find some type of solution, even if you're going outside yourself for some type of referral or idea or whatever is needed for you to implement your plan for your well-being. A lot of us are so used to being just cradled or coddled, even like with stuff with the government or whatever. And it's like when it's time for you to step up on your own 2 feet, your knees wobbly and you shaking because you have no idea. Somebody always came through to fix the situation for you. This is a time where everybody's kind of in a position to where you can help, but the help is kind of limited because we all have been impacted by everything that has been going on. So instead of waiting for somebody to come along and physically move your hands, physically move your legs, you have to make the decision that you're not going to be, although you have circumstances, you're not going to be put under your circumstance. And just let yourself know that it's okay. Step by step, moment by moment, it's okay. Sometimes you got to give your brain a little bit of time to rest and recharge so that the fresh ideas can come through as far as how you want to make certain moves and certain changes in your life. So, as far as the whole eviction thing, Governor Pritzker said that he's going to extend the stay-at-home order and put the ban on the eviction fighting. He's going to put a halt on the eviction fighting. A lot of landlords are still going through.
As they should,
Yeah, a lot of landlords are still trying to press through, but we as a people just need to understand that we will come out of this. That's a fact. I don't care what is going on. We will come out of this. This is who we are, and especially here in Chicago, we've been through worse, and we've gotten through it. So it's the same thing. But we just really need to be more considerate of others. And the lady named Ramirez, she was able to pull some money from the state, even though they're trying to pull more money from federal. And they have a $396 million fund to be administered by the Illinois Housing Development Authority. So if you are landlord in that line, you can go and check in and see how they can help you, because they are trying to make it work out for everybody. So let's go. We have a new little thing here which I love that'll pop up from time to time. And it was inspired by this man named David Penny. And this award is called Get the Fuck Out of Here Award. So let me tell you why Mr. Penny got this award. Now, he said that he worked with both George Floyd and Derek Chauvin, right? At the little club that they were working at for 17 years. They did not seek him out. He sought out CBS and told them that the two men had previously bumped heads, and then he retracted his statement. And he said that he had mistaken Floyd for another unnamed African-American employee. Now, let's see how that's some bull. How are you going to mistake this man? And before he retracted his statement, he said that him and Floyd had established a certain type of brotherhood. So if you are calling this man brother, you mean to tell me all of a sudden you didn't recognize who was in the picture? You thought it was somebody else? And y'all been working at this club for 17 years? No. Okay? He said that, and on his initial, he said that they had a tense relationship, but they knew each other pretty well. Now, he stands by his assertion that the police officer was extremely aggressive. So he was showing this aggression everywhere he went. On the streets when he was, going blue, doing security at the club, they said this is the type of energy that he carries with him, a very aggressive, extremely aggressive type of energy. Now, George Floyd was the supervisor of security at that club. And this man, David, said that Floyd was good with talking with people and establishing himself. He was a big man, big stature, so a lot of times he didn't have to get loud or have to put his hands on people because of his stature alone. And then if the altercation did try to proceed, he knew how to talk and, rectify the situation or try to come to some sort of conclusion. So they said that Floyd personally did not like Chauvin. And that he would ask David to go with him when he had to address the police officer. He said, David said he would be like the middleman and he would go and pass the message to Derek that George sent, because George was uncomfortable with this man. He just had bad vibes with him. And he said that George's main concern was to be as conflict-free as possible and to remain professional, as he was the supervisor of security at the club. So this man says that he saw George as a brother and he bonded with him. So how the hell did you make a mistake and you saying you bonded with this man, that you saw him as a brother, and then turn around and retract your statement? Like, who do you think stupid here? And then he had audacity to apologize to CBS about, wasting their time.
I didn't see that.
And, his George's family, they believe that this was, a personal vendetta that Derek had against George. which I am in agreement with after everything that came out. You know, this was just the man abused his power because he could when he was out there on the street. David Penny, you get the fuck out of here award. You are loyal to no one. I don't know, you know, I don't want to tell you to kill yourself, but I'm going to tell you to get yourself together. At this time, we need people who are strong enough to take a stand and then still stand even when the rocks and bombs start, you know, coming your way. For George to be like a brother to you and someone that you said you bonded with, also someone that you characterize as a good-hearted person, good-natured person, professional, and for you to know that an injustice was done to him and then retract your statement when it could be used as evidence to implicate the man who you yourself said was extremely aggressive. You know, I don't know if your mama proud of you. Probably she still love you because that's your mama. But I would be disappointed in you as a person. Don't tell nobody else that you are this man's brother. And then for you to turn around and retract your statement and turn your back on him and then expect the people to believe it. Now, I took into consideration that maybe the police, because, you know, they got their little connect, maybe the police came and paid him a visit. But at this day and age, we need you to be courageous. We need you to be brave. I understand that you're fearful, and let's just say that the police came and intimidated him or sent somebody to intimidate him or his children or his family. But with everything that's going on in the energy of the people, once, you know, the people found out that you were standing up and being a voice for George Floyd, your brother, I'm pretty sure they would have continued to tear the city down on your behalf as well because you were doing a good thing. It's just very unfortunate that you even put yourself in that situation to retract. So you, David Penny, you get the fuck out of here award.
Get the fuck on the board. I got a question for you, Melanie. Did you by any chance see TMZ where they caught the officer that bonded out at Cold Foods? Oh, you got to go watch that video. A lady walked up, recognized him hours later after he bonded out, getting some milk and some stuff. He was in a gray jogging suit at the supermarket. She walked up on him with the phone. She said, "So are you proud of yourself?" She started telling, "You don't even deserve it." And he couldn't say. It's all over the social media.
I'm going to have to see. I'm going to have to watch that.
TMZ. Go check that out,
okay.
bro.
Okay,
Yeah, he couldn't say nothing. He couldn't say nothing. And he didn't look
nothing for him to say.
And he didn't look remorseful at all, whatsoever.
See, now, that's the part right there that grinds my gears. You're not even remorseful for what you've done. How can you try to justify what happened to this man on any level? There is no justification at all. But they will get what's coming to them. I think we as a people are not going to stand for anything less. And they know at this point, you know, something needs to be done. Although speaking of him, the police officer, they said that he can get up to $1 million in pension pay even after he is convicted for the murder of George Floyd. And wowzers. That's wow. Wow. I think we need to start at the top and bring it down because this is way deeper than the police. This is far deeper than the police system. But all of this can have your anxiety, depression, your stress and stuff going up. So we here at the Chilove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium want to give you some info and tips on how to maintain your health and wellness during these situations. The just the two topics that we were talking about today can have you start, catch a little headache or backache or, muscle tension and so forth. So let's focus on relaxing. Let's focus on being in the present and trying to think more solution-based. If there is something that you need justice on, figuring out the best way to go about that situation, and just continuing to move on, because as we all know with history, not everybody dies. So somebody's going to still need to be around to continue the story. So in the meantime, we need to continue to make sure that we're as healthy and as well as possible, and deal with this anxiety. A lot of people are experiencing high levels of anxiety. It's normal to experience anxiety in different situations, just in everyday life. Just off the anticipation of waiting on something, you can have anxiety because of that. But because of the current circumstances that's going on, and it's like you don't have a moment to breathe and get over one situation before we're faced with something else. So the common signs of anxiety are headaches, backache, muscle tension, and stiffness, diarrhea, or constipation. I know a lot of people probably didn't think that anxiety had anything to do with their digestive system, but it impacts it strongly. Nausea, dizziness, insomnia. A lot of people are complaining about not being able to sleep, or if they can sleep, it's literally like 2-3 hours and they're right back up, and pattern has been establishing. Huh?
Some people can't stop eating.
Yeah. All they talk food.
You see these cheeks right here? I'm one of them popped up, put on like 30 pounds on this morning.
Well, that's that comfort food, because it makes you feel good.
I had to ride the mountain bike to the station today. You hear me?
Yeah. Corona has put on, help you put on a few pounds,
Yeah.
So you could also be experiencing chest pain, rapid heartbeat. That rapid heartbeat, that's kind of a scary experience to feel your heart, going so fast like that or whatever. So please try to utilize the deep breathing technique. What else? We have weight gain and or loss. You might start to notice that your skin is breaking out with hives or eczema. You can lose your sex drive. You start to notice that you're getting frequent colds and impaired immune system functioning. So the signs of anxiety come in a variety of ways, and you have to establish what is usually the norm for you, and then what is new, and then look back and trace the steps back to see what was the core of this. When did you start to feel this way? And start to take steps from there to see if you could eliminate that situation, or at least alter it some to where it's not as stressful as it is. So a lot of times anxiety causes medical conditions. Stress is the body's worst enemy, because with this stress, you can be diagnosed with such things as chronic pain. It can get to the point to where
high blood pressure.
That stress is causing so much pain in your body to where your body is literally, physically shutting down. Migraine, ulcers, heartburn, like the pop said, high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes.
Diabetes.
Asthma. They say the stress can, make you have PMS, birth symptoms of PMS, obesity, infertility. Like, wow. For something to stress you out so bad to where you cannot procreate life, That's tough. That's tough right there. Autoimmune diseases, irritable bowel syndrome, skin problems. These are certain medical conditions that the stress and the anxiety can cause and or make worse. And these are things that have long-term effects a lot of times. So when you're starting to notice that this is what you're going through, it is wise to start to become as proactive about it as possible. I think it's this little, I can't remember where I saw it from, the show when I was little, and they was talking about how every body part is needed. Every body part has a function. So we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves on each level. Like I was saying yesterday with the care plan, make sure your physical, emotional, intellectual, financial, all of those bases were examined and a plan is established to deal with the situation. Don't allow it to just take over your life, because you're really giving this chronic pain and all the rest of these symptoms the upper hand in your life if you don't start to actively come against it. So here are some tips. Get to know yourself. Regardless of the media platform, the numbers you call, the organizations that you're going to, there is a multitude of tips and ways and resources that you can utilize to make yourself better. In order to know what is going to work for you, you have to pay attention to how you and your body are responding to whatever technique you're using. So it's important to get to know yourself, the type of stuff that you like to do, the type of stuff that triggers you, the type of stuff that triggers a happy mental state for you. Get to know those parts of yourself. Your attention span your attention span as a whole, so that the activity that you're doing won't be counterproductive. If you can only pay attention for 15 minutes, but the exercise is 30 minutes and it's supposed to calm you down, after that natural 15 minutes over, you're going to start to have an increase in anxiety, because that's all it should take. So then it will become a little counterproductive. So try to set the plan or set the solution within the time period of your attention span. Because a lot of times these things do mess with the functioning and the thinking of your brain. So just get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Start to make a little chart. Make some voice notes in your phone. It'll really help you out in the long run, not just with the stress and everything, but with your life and your purpose. As I was also saying, identify the cause of your stress. What is making me respond this way? What can I do about it? Eat healthy. A lot of times we divulge on sweets and sours and a lot of snack food and junk food, greasy food, stuff with a lot of flavor, because it does help you feel better. It's, your taste buds are alive. You feel good during that time.
You know how crazy I go for a cheeseburger?
Yeah, I know. Look, and then it makes you feel full on the inside, you that warm feeling and everything. So, but they said in the long run, it's not good for you. A lot of those foods are going to end up making you sluggish. They said that the lighter you feel is actually what's best during these times. So a lot of fruits and vegetables, that type of stuff needs to be implemented into your diet. Be proactive, not passive. Don't wait to feel better. Sometimes like I was saying earlier, you're going to wait for Jesus to fix. The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. And you don't want, because you have the mental capacity to do something about the situation. Jesus or whoever it is that you are going to, if you really look deeper into these religions past what the pulpit officials are telling you, but open up these books yourself, they're really about empowering so that you can tap into yourself and be able to help yourself get through these situations. We are here to help each other, but ultimately we're supposed to be able to pick ourselves up and move forward. So, try to be more proactive. I know that especially with the depression, a lot of times you don't want to get up, you don't want to move, you're not motivated to become proactive for yourself. So in that case, if you're trying to become proactive and it's something like your brain is working against your body or your body is working against your brain, then it's wise to seek some sort of professional help that can get you on a ball and check in with you until you're able to start to walk it out yourself and realize who you are, where you want to be, and if you're going to continue to allow this situation to give you this type of power. Get plenty of sleep. You heal in your sleep. You heal in your sleep, you rejuvenate, you recharge while you're asleep. And I know that it's difficult for us to go to sleep a lot of times or get enough sleep. It's like you're going to sleep and you're waking up exhausted still. But just be patient with yourself. Blacking out the windows and the light in your room can help with that. Sitting in all darkness. A lot of times we have the TV on or scrolling through our phone or whatever, saying we're trying to get some sleep, or just have that, shut down as much external environmental stimuli as possible. All the noises, the extra lights, everything. Just try to shut it down, calm your mind so that you can start to get more sleep, because it's very, very important. Laugh. Find something that's going to make you laugh. I don't know about y'all and y'all timeline, but my people that I have on Facebook, we have some good times. They're very humorous. So it's like sometimes I could be in a little mode and I can get on Facebook and start scrolling and something would have me cracking up. So get around more people who are more lighthearted, who can bring some type of sunshine to a bleak situation. YouTube got this technology, so utilize this type of stuff and put in funny videos, funny movies, whatever the case may be, and just laugh more. It's good for you, and it'll really make you feel better in your body and your soul. Live in the now. As we get to taking three deep breaths, so that we can focus, center ourselves, and live in the now. Worrying about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow can be very detrimental to your mental health, because you start to become overwhelmed, because you still have stuff that needs to be done now, but you're still thinking about yesterday, now, and tomorrow. It can become very overwhelming, very stressful. It can actually end you not getting any of it done, just because you were so overwhelmed at the thought of everything that needed to be done. So let's live in the now. This is what's going on now. This is where I am now. This is how I feel now. Whatever was before or later, and if it does need to be addressed, set a time aside to where you will address those issues, and only give it that amount of time that you set on your schedule, and then continue on. Because I do know, some stuff do need to be addressed. You can't just sweep everything under the rug. Social support. You have friends and family who love you and want to see you at your best. Let them know what is going on with you and that you need an accountability partner. You need someone to call and check in on you from time to time. It's getting harder for you. Sometimes you feel like you're fighting for your own life. So it's good to have some people who are around you, who love you, who still see the best in you despite what's going on. who have wonderful hugs for you, somebody just to let you know that you are not in this alone. And even if you have nobody, you can contact Chilove. I don't mind listening to your little self, even if you just want to vent or just know that somebody, you just need somebody here for you. I don't mind at all. And if it's just too out of hand, seek professional help. We have a wide variety of organizations who are providing free therapy, free resources. So please take advantage of that. We have some hotline numbers and some resources. The Inglewood Community Service Center. These are places where if you are experiencing some type of eviction situation, or if you're food insecure, having utility issues, you can submit in person. They have the number up here as well, or you can mail in the application or the paperwork to. The first one is Inglewood Community Service Center. It's located at 1140 West 79th Street in Chicago, Illinois, 60620. The number is 1312-747-0200. For those in the Garfield area, we have the Garfield Community Service Center, 10 South Caddy Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60612. Their number is 1312-746-5400. Up north, we have the North Area Community Service Center, 845 West Wilson, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. Their number is 1312-774-2580. And then we have the Trina Davia Community Service Center at 4312 West North Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60639. Their number is 312-744-2014. So now you all have some resources, especially if you're facing some sort of eviction and your landlord is still trying to stand on you being removed from the property. You can contact one of these centers. I think it'd be best if you don't look it up online or call and see what documentation is needed. A lot of times they need certain documentation in order to help you. So prepare yourself, find out the documentation that is needed, arrive in a timely manner. Just have everything together so that they can help you help yourself. And if you have any police complaints, David Penny, here is the number. Danny Penny, here is the number for you, just in case the police came and scheduled stuff, and that's why you retracted your statement about your brother. Their number is 1-866-588-0569. So I hope y'all had a good time today with the Chilove Radio Show, with Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. I will be back tomorrow. We will continue to address what is going on out here, how to deal with it, some more health and wellness. I love y'all.
It's your girl Melanie. It's your boy Prince of Pain. That was Chilove Radio with a tremendous Tuesday. I'll be on tonight with Pop Radio Worldwide at 7 p.m. live. We love you at iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium. Well, I'll let you.